boy was recently on a Pop the Balloon episode. Let me hit this light. All right. So, take two. Your boy was recently on a Pop the Balloon episode, right? BBW edition. Let's get it. And a couple of these clips have gotten over 1 million views over on Facebook and over on Instagram. And a couple other ones are pushing over 500,000 views each. And all of them have thousands of comments. You know, everybody got an opinion. Everybody got something to say. I haven't really broken down the comments publicly, and I haven't really did a direct response to the reactions and the conversations I was having with the women on the show. So I figured I might as well go over some of the highlight moments now, look out some of these breakout clips, and just give y'all my 2 cents, because there's a lot of talk in the comments. And first and foremost, I just want to say, all of the negativity, all of the bashing of the women and commenting on their appearance, unnecessary. They see what they look like. They look in the mirror every day. You don't have to give your opinion in 2 cents on what they look like. All of that was unnecessary, especially coming from grown men in the comments. That I gotta say first and foremost. But outside of that, I enjoyed reading them. And a lot of people agreed with what I had to say, which I wasn't surprised. All I did was speak the truth. They said they was looking for real ones. They found the realists. What are you talking about? Right. But let's just go ahead and look at these. So this one that I have up right now crossed 1 million views today. And I think it's kind of funny that this is one that hit 1 million because it's so simple. So the name of the show is The Last Talk Show. The host is Pointer, and Pointer wears this blonde wig, and I think it's comical. So this one right here hit 1 million views.
My name is Jenny. I'm 26, and I really like nerdy guys.
Okay. You got a little nerd in you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't lie.
What do you nerd over?
Electronics, computers, cameras, photography, like a couple of animes.
Yeah.
Green flag. Green flag. All right.
My name is Jenny. I'm 26.
All right, so I have a lot of different things to say. One, I'm surprised that Jenny's 26. She doesn't really look 26. And I know I just said we don't really want to break down, you feel me, what they look like and everything, but what's going on? I'm sorry, but all right, whatever. I don't need an explanation. People in the comments was like, does she have what is that called? Alopecia or something? Or why didn't she brush her hair? And also a lot of people were commenting on what she was wearing. Like, it looks like a tablecloth or a picnic blanket. And I'm not, I was sorry, I cannot laugh. Once I saw and heard the picnic table, I was like, oh wow, it really do look like a picnic was about to happen. And then people were like, yeah, those watermelons up there. And I'm just like, oh God, oh no. And I'm not gonna lie, my little brother is crazy. He was like, dang dog, look, you should have just said whatever you needed to. And a bunch of dudes in the comments is just saying you should have just said whatever you needed to in order to get to see the boys, you feel me, or the girls, you feel me, the tatas. And I'm like, dog, it's not that serious.
26, and I really like nerdy guys.
Okay.
And so she said she really likes nerdy guys. And people in the comments were like, oh, so that's what we calling them these days? And other people were like, so she's looking for a black nerdy guy. Interesting. And so I don't know. They're like, so that's what's in. Nerdy guys are in. And I just think it's interesting that that's one of the first questions. Like, mind you, I've only been out here for about 30 seconds now. And I'm lying, it's been more than 30 seconds, but I've had 2 other questions. This is her first question is, are you nerdy? And I'm like, that's one of the prerequisites of someone that you want to date. I mean, that's fine. It's key if you are a nerd and you know that. Whatever. Moving on. And then people were like, "Oh, this nigga just started listing off everything he could think of." Because I said electronics, and I'm like, "All right, electronics, but be more specific." You feel me? I like computers. I like cameras. Oh, and somebody was like, "Yeah, cameras, photography, very nerdy, dog." Once you start to know the aperture on the camera, you know the f-stop and the frame rate of cameras and lenses, and whether or not you should use a 50 millimeter or a 35 millimeter depending on what you're trying to do and what f-stop it goes to. Like I think that's kind of nerdy. And somebody was like, nah, that's geeky. And I was like, well, then I guess I'm a geek. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know the difference. But I was like, I always thought a nerd was just someone who got extremely like into something, like detail oriented, knew the number measurements. Like, I don't know. I guess geek. I guess geek out over something is different. Or nerdy things only things that require extreme intellect, or what? Like, I don't know. Somebody tell me what it means to be a nerd and the difference, and what it means to be a geek. Because apparently, I don't know. I guess I could just look up the definition.
Got a little nerd in you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't lie.
What do you nerd over?
Electronics, computers, cameras, photography, like a couple of animes.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie, listening to it, it do sound like I'm just listing random stuff off. People in comments like, this nigga just started listing stuff off until something got her to say yeah, and it do kind of sound like that.
What do you nerd over?
Electronics, computers, cameras, photography, like a couple of animes.
That is funny. And my little brother, shout out to my brother, he saw this clip today, and that's how I found out it even like went so big. Because my little brother don't be on social media, and he was like, "Bruh, what animes you be watching?" And I was like, "What? Like, where did this come from?" And I told him, and he was like, "So you be watching all the girl animes?" So the first thing I said, I like Black Clover. Shit, I don't know. Demon Slayer, what you like? Inuyasha. He was like, "So you watch all the female animes?" I'm like, "So this could just wake me up and calling me a bitch." Like, I literally rolled over at 10 o'clock this morning and looked at my phone. This man had been texting me at 5:44 in the morning. I'll give him this, and his time is 3 hours different. But still, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, and you over here asking me what anime I watch to find out if I'm lying and telling me I'm a poser. He's like, "Bro, you was just trying to see them." Yes. And I'm like, "It was not that serious. It's not that serious."
Yeah.
Green flag. Green flag. All right.
My name is Jenny. I'm 26, and I really like.
But ultimately, look, so this was a cute interaction right there. But ultimately, it was definitely a no go. Oh, let's go on to the next Jimmy clip. So, unfortunately, especially according to a lot of the thirsty dudes in the comments, I fumbled the bag extremely hard right here. And this moment of fumble is being watched in real time. Do I agree with that analysis? No. But to all of the brothers who think I fumbled, my apologies. You all shoot your shot. And so she asked, "What's your opinion on Cass?" And I laughed because somebody said, "Oh yeah," they were like, "Oh yeah," and I was like, "What does that mean? Like, that sounds like it's about to be important." She said, "At least it's not 5 men." What am? Okay, cool. Like, what am I supposed to say to that? She said, "On the side, I'm a coin star." What does that mean? Like, You just use it as a part-time job. You only go in on Fridays and Saturdays. And this is a conversation we need to have. And she said, on the side, I'm a porn star. You can't be on the side. If you a star, that means you at it all the time. You popping. People want to see you. You always in demand. We need to start labeling these things differently. Like it's not a porn star just because you participate in the activity. You're a porn worker, or you, I don't know. We need to come up with better verbiage, terminology. In my humble opinion, is you're not a porn star. I've never heard of you. I don't know who you are. I've never seen you, and I'm not about to. You feel? I'm not dying to look you up. You feel me? There's people we know about. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I don't even really know. I mean, all right, the Monroe lady, Buffy the Body. I don't know too many of them. Oh, Daphne. And see, I think that's why I don't know too many of them right now. I don't want to. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I don't want to dive into that path. But that brings us further to what I'm about to say. And this is something that I'm surprised that I said all of this in that moment. And listening back on it, I have to laugh at myself. What is that? She said, "What's your opinion on adult content?" And then she said, "On if your partner did it." And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't hear on the if your partner did it until I watched that video back. All right, I messed up. I just realized I was not playing. This is the second combo, second question that I had for Miss 26-year-old Jenny, who I was saying doesn't look like she's 26, but
This is really important. What's your opinion on cats?
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry if that puts you on the spot, but I have 5
No,
cats.
ask your question. Yeah.
So they're like my babies.
I mean, I like cats. I don't know about 5 cats. 5 is a lot of cats.
Okay.
Why is the 5 cats a deal breaker?
That is a lot of cats.
It's not 5 men.
look, I never said that 5 cats was a deal breaker. I just said that in my personal opinion, 5 cats is a lot of cats. And if you disagree with me, I don't. Look, you cannot disagree that 5 cats is a lot of cats. You can say that it's not too many cats, but 5 cats is a lot of cats. I think anything more than 2 cats, maybe even 3, I'll push it for 3 if you live in a big enough place. If you have 3 to 5 bedrooms, then I'll take 3 cats. Anything more than that, and if you do not have children and people that want cats outside of yourself, more than 3 cats, in my personal opinion, is a lot. But that's not even anything that was going on in my mind. This is what I was thinking when she told me she had 5 cats. What does your house smell like, bro? Like, I've been to people's houses who only had 1 cat. And was it, oh my God, I need to leave right now? No. But you could tell that that motherfucker lived there. You could tell there was a cat there and that they be pissing and shitting in the house. You could tell. And look, I understand it's part of the ownership and you gotta clean out the cat litter and clean out the piss. You feel me? I've lived with a cat before. One singular. And I could smell when it went to the bathroom, regardless of whether it was fresh litter, new litter, whatever the case it was. You could tell. So I could only imagine what it's like living in a place with 5 cats. Imagine all 5 cats poop in the same 20 minutes. They all eat something fucked up. How about that? All 5 cats find something and unalive it and then eat it, some type of rodent or something. And then they come in the house stinking with pieces of these dead rodents to bring to you. And then it messed their stomach up. And they all go poop at the same time. Now you're dealing with stinky cats because they was outside with vermin. And then you're dealing with stinky cats because they all got upset tummies. And then they bought you remnants of the bad food. Yeah, bro. Look, and now this is me thinking about a whole lot in a small amount of time. That may never happen. But I do know that they require litter boxes, and most people keep their litter boxes in their house. I'm not trying to be in a house that has 5 cats, not in one litter box and not in 5 litter boxes. I'm good.
Well, that is true. Well, I was about to say your profession, maybe.
What's your profession?
On a Saturday, I'm a star. What's your
Okay.
opinion on adult content?
Um,
If your partner did
that's
it?
a very, I can give a very long answer. Overall, I believe it's been normalized to an extent that it shouldn't have been, but I'll leave it there. People have made it normal. I think it's kind of weird. Have I ever watched it? You feel me? So am I kind of weird? I'd have to say that as well. You feel me? So we'd have to have a conversation about how I feel and think about that.
Okay.
Is he someone that's your type?
Yeah, he's cute.
Okay.
He's
She.
And so once I said that 5 cats is a lot of cats, she said at least it's not 5 guys. Bro, what? And then he was like, well, your profession. And she said, on the side, I'm a porn star. How are you a porn star on the side? Do you just do it like a part-time job? Okay, right? And then she asked how I feel about adult entertainment. And I said, I believe it's been normalized to an extent that it shouldn't have been. I honestly think it's kind of weird. And if you don't agree that it's kind of weird, that's fine. But if that's the case, and then you're not into, you feel me, the whole poly thing, or into swingers, or into watching and switching, then I don't understand how you can't kind of see that it's weird. Because for people who are okay with that thing, then okay, then you like this stuff, cool. But this is what I really just thought about one day. Right now, if I knew somebody was in the next room getting it on, my inclination wouldn't be to watch. And if I was even able or allowed to watch, I would rather not, especially if I actually knew either of the participants, whether it was close personally or just vaguely. Like, even if this was just the girl up the street and the dude who work at the market, right? Like, I wouldn't want to just watch that. You feel me? And on the vice versa, I can't really think of too many instances of having. Think about this. You go and you watch a video and it has 1 million views, over 1 million views. Imagine 1 million people sitting in one room watching 2 people do that. It's kind of uncomfortable. Like, and that's when I really was like, in any other situation than me in a room by myself, I wouldn't really be comfortable sharing this moment or experience with anybody. And on the vice versa, there's not many times that I've had a personal interaction like that. You feel me? Schmecks intercourse with someone and would have been like, yeah, pull up a chair or, ooh, take this and then show it to other people. Like, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm prude. Maybe I'm shy. I don't think so. Trust me. But once I just really started to think about that, I was like, yeah, I don't. This is kind of weird, and the fact that it's sold to us and like pushed, and people go, "Oh, you don't see it unless you want to see it." Stop lying, bro. On the internet, man. The first time that I ever saw porn, I wasn't looking for it. I didn't even know it existed. I was trying to download some music. I'm on the internet trying to download music. I double click my file. Next thing you know, I see a whole bunch of girls hanging out. I'm like, what is this? I could download videos off the internet. I was just trying to get music. I start watching the video. Next thing you know, look, this is when I found out that scissoring existed. So what is this? Girls Kiss. You feel me? I was trying to download some Lil Wayne, bro. And so when people say you don't see it unless you want to see it, Stop lying. Stop kidding yourself. And that's what I mean by it's been normalized. Like ad pop-ups, website pop-ups. Yeah, they might ask if you're 18. How many times have you been asked on the internet if you was old enough and you lied about it? Like, come on now. And yeah, if you remember the late night TV shows, they'd be selling the DVDs and stuff right there. Like, I don't know. And so just the fact that I thought about in most situations and circumstances, it's not normal to invite someone to watch or to just sit there and watch or to walk in and just be like, oh yeah, you feel me? And so that's why I think it's been normalized to an extent that it shouldn't have been. And the fact that it gets people to the point of only being able to connect with it, where either they have to watch it with their partner or right before they get with their partner, or it gets so bad that they don't even get interested or aroused by their partner. Like, they have to go afterward, male and female, and watch a video to get off or to finish. Like, I don't think that's normal. Because think about this 200 years ago, we didn't have video recordings of people touching themselves for us to get off to. And people were living okay lives. So when people say it's just a part of the expression, it's just a part of human nature, it hasn't always been. So yes, but yes, and the amount of shame that some people experience when they watch it or when you feel me, and that's a whole nother thing because apparently Catholic guilt is a thing I never knew about, and masturbation and Catholic guilt is a whole nother thing in the Mormon Church, and so I understand about just like sexual sin and guilt with that as a Christian, but I don't know that I don't want to even get into that aspect of it right now. I just think that way too many Blue Chew commercials pop up on the internet, and way too many OnlyFans promotions pop up on the internet for people to truly say that like porn and sex work isn't pushed and promoted unless you're looking for it. Stop lying. We live in an over sexualized society, in my opinion, when it comes to the media, when it comes to music videos, when it comes to social media, TikTok, like what we get to see that gets ads and millions of views. And is it because people like to watch it? Okay, yes, I cannot say people aren't actually watching it, but at the same time, it's also getting promoted as well. So this is one thing I told someone recently. Anytime you see a music video that's from like a Cardi B or a Nicki Minaj or a Sexy Red, just know that they put together at least $250,000 in order for you to see that video. Like, it didn't just pop up by random. It didn't just get selected because someone liked it. It didn't just get shot because Sexy Red said, let's shoot a music video. Like, yes, Sexy Red can just get up and shoot a music video. Yes, a song can just blow up. But 9 times out of 10, if you're seeing this song right now and it's not from like a random breakout artist, the artist who was promoting it put $1 million up, $250,000 up. That means it was paid to get pushed. I don't care if we're talking about Kendrick Lamar. I don't care if we're talking about ASAP Rocky. I don't care if we're talking about Kanye West. Kanye might be one of the few who isn't paying for promotion like that, but he still does a bunch of stuff in order to get promo. That's why he says and does stuff the way he does. In order to get the same amount of attention that would cost him $1 million, he just says something crazy that will have him all over the place. Same thing with people like Ray J. They know that the same amount of attention that they get by doing and saying dumb stuff would cost them $1 million. And that's that's one thing that I think is crazy when people think that the over sexualized content is just naturally selected. No, it's perpetrated and produced and promoted by the people who have the money to promote it. To be on TV costs money. To be on the radio costs money. And to stay on the radio costs money. And another thing, I know this from personal experience. I've had my song played on national radio stations for a couple of weeks, a couple of days, like 4 weeks, bruh. Why? Because every day cost money. I just said, let me try this. Try it out cost $500. Like, just to try it out cost $500 with no guarantee. No guarantee. It was only like 3, 4 radio stations. All in all, 1,500 to be on the radio for a month. And it's no guarantee. This is to submit. Like, so when you see a song that stays on the radio every fucking day, it's not just because people think it's hot to start off with.
She's someone that's your type.
Not really.
Okay, what makes her not your type?
The profession.
Why she look like that when I said that she not my type? Like, why should you make the steak face?
The 5 cats, and again, just overall initial attraction.
Okay.
This is really important. What's your opinion on cats?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry if that puts you on the spot, but I have 5 cats.
The other day,
This is really important. What's your opinion on cats?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry if that puts you on the spot, but I have 5 cats.
Ask your questions. Yeah.
So they're like,
Overall, I believe it's been normal. People have made it normal. I think it's kind of weird. Have I ever watched it? You feel me? So am I kind of weird? I'd have to say that as well. Conversation about how I feel and think about.
yeah, he's cute.
Okay. She's someone that's your type.
Not really.
Okay, what makes her not your type?
Why she make that face? Because I said she's not really my type. Like, why she mad that I don't think she my type? She thinks she look like her? Is that what it is?
The profession, the 5 cats, and again, just overall initial attraction.
Okay.
This is really
Yeah. Now that I'm watching this back, her reactions were kind of weird. Like, she licked her lips and looked to the side when she said when I said her profession. She looked to the side like, okay. I don't know. But also, it is crazy how much cleavage she's showing, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a man, bro. I like boobies. But even just going outside and seeing that turns me off. And this is something that I think I don't even know how to put into words. I think my biggest thought off of what I'm about to say is I've verbalized how I feel on this topic before, and women still think that, no, you're just saying that. And it's like, yes, as a man, if I go outside and I see a woman who looks like that, just in the revealing aspect, she has a lot of upper skin out, all her arms is out, she's wearing a short skirt, like, just, you can see a lot of skin, you can see a lot of cleavage. If I see that in real life, I don't care how beautiful you are. I don't care how attractive you are. I don't care how feminine you are. I don't care how sweet you are, how kind you are, how smart you are. I don't care about none of that. I do not like you. Not in a romantic sense, not in a relational sense. We will never be more than business partners, acquaintances, or friends. Just because of the fact, why are you outside like this? And all I can think is either you're very unaware, which that's fine, but I don't need this level of unawareness in my life, or you like to be revealing, whether you like to show off what you're getting or what you have because of the attention you can get from it, or whether you like having a confidence boost knowing you have something other people don't. Like, whatever it is, the fact that it's so readily on display, there's just more to it other than I have big boobs. And whatever is behind the fact that you're coming outside with them on display like that, I want no parts. I want no parts. And just for me, the way you dress speaks a lot about yourself. And if you were on your way, at least I would hope, to go meet your grandparents, to go meet a political figure, like even just on a first date, this is your first impression you're giving to someone. If I showed up and I was wearing like a wife beater, it'd be a whole different show. Or if I showed up and I was in a robe, like, or if I just showed up with no shirt on, I'm not gonna lie, I hate wearing a shirt. I don't like wearing a shirt. And I will say this, my shirt's buttoned up. It's not, my chest is out. I wear my chest out too. My chest is out right there. I probably had at least 3 buttons undone. And so I like to be sexy. There's nothing wrong with being sexy. But as soon as I see you outside where you lean over like that, if I was this where Pointer was, Pointer can probably see Nip, dog. Stop playing with me. Like, I'm not interested in being anything serious or monogamous with you because at the bare minimum, when we go outside, it looks like I'm with a bop, a thought, a hot pocket for everybody. Even if you're not actually for everybody, you're on display for everybody. So if I see a display of food that doesn't say I have to pay for it, I'm going to assume you're on display for everybody. You feel me? Not saying that I have the right to come up and touch it or take it or eat it, but there's no protection over it. If there's something precious, hold it hold it close to you, cover it up. If there's something you care about, hold it close to you, cover it up. If there's something you want to keep away from other people or hide from other people, if there's something you consider sacred, you feel me? If there's something you consider sacred, a body is supposed to be sacred. It's supposed to be for you to use. And how you use it is your decision. If you use it where it's on display for everyone to see, that maybe it's not. Sometimes the outcome isn't what you intended, but the outcome is still the reality. And the reality of the matter overrides whatever expectation you may have or whatever you may want it to be. I would love to go outside with $1 million, sit the bag down, and not worry about somebody walking up and taking the $1 million. That's not the reality we live in. If you walk outside with all your titties out like this, the reality is niggas is gonna stare at them. And depending on how you, it doesn't even matter. People don't say I'm victim blaming, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. If you understand what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying. If you don't, you don't, and that's fine. Walk outside with your yitties out. And if you like women who walk around with all their yitties out like that, then so be it, my dog. Just have fun. Just have fun. All right, so as you see, that was a balloon pop from Miss Jenny. So let's move on. All right, so where are we at with it? This one was interesting. This one's really not that. It didn't get that big of a reaction on like that. It wasn't bad, but pretty much they just asked me what are my red flags, and I kept it nice and simple.
A nasty attitude or a nasty disposition or a nasty mindset. And so like that can be in multiple ways.
Okay.
She has a bad attitude.
No.
I think that's such a crazy time to pop the balloon. Like they said, what are some of your red flags? I said a woman with a nasty attitude or a rude disposition. And she popped her balloon. Like
Red flag is just a nasty attitude or a nasty disposition or a nasty mindset. And so like that can be in multiple ways.
Okay.
She has a bad attitude.
No, she got a good attitude. She was just taking it all in.
I was just like, that's a crazy time to pop the balloon. So I was like, so that means you be on bullshit and you know it. I was like, literally, that just sound like you be on bullshit and you know it.
The reason why I pop my balloon is just because the age. I am 23, you're 31 again. Just like the other guy, it is kind of like a big age difference. And again, the height thing. Like I kind of like someone taller than me.
Yeah. Okay. If he was a little taller, a little younger, could he be your type?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. Is she someone that's your type?
She's pretty, but not necessarily. And like she said, she's younger, so.
Okay. Would you
answers. Why does the line freeze?
It's viral. It's a trend.
I don't know what happened. I got that phone call because the TikTok had stopped and dropped, but I guess it's back now. It looked like it's back. It says streaming. Yeah. All right, so we back live. But yeah, I said I didn't want a woman with a nasty attitude. I don't know when it dropped. It looked like it dropped like 5 minutes ago, so I'll just go ahead and run this back for your TikTok viewers.
Be comfortable dating a woman that's 23?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Is just a nasty attitude or a nasty disposition or a nasty mindset, and so like that can be in multiple ways.
Okay.
She has a bad attitude.
No, she got a good attitude. She was just taking it all in.
The reason why I popped my balloon is just because the age. I am 23. You're 31. Again, just like the other guy, it is kind of like a big age difference. And again, the height thing. Like I kind of like someone taller than me.
I will agree that after watching the full episode, she did have one of the best demeanors and dispositions out of the majority of the women who were up there. And everything she said was cool. I'm not tripping off of nothing she said. So, yeah, I do still think it's crazy that she waited until I said a woman with a nasty disposition or attitude and popped her balloon.
Yeah. Okay. If he was a little taller, a little younger, could he be your type?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. Is she someone that's your type?
She's pretty, but not necessarily. And like she said, she's younger, so.
Okay. Would you be comfortable dating a woman that's 23?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Depending. Like I said, everything starts with
mindset.
Exactly.
And so I think it's crazy that people in the comments were like, oh my God, it's so gross he would be even considering dating a girl that young. And I'm like, 8 years? Like, that's not really that crazy. I will say that 23, I understand because 25, frontal cortex, and you feel me, brain development, 100%. So in that aspect, cool. But if it was 32 and 40, no hesitation. If it was 42 and 50, you wouldn't think twice. If it was 32 and 40, you feel me? Like, and so I don't really think 8 years is that crazy. Maybe the fact that she's not over 25, I can understand that. But neither one of us was really going for it anyway.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So if you had a mature mindset and you were like mature in your decision making, yeah.
Okay.
Second red flag is just a nasty attitude or a nasty disposition or a nasty mindset, and so like that can be in multiple ways.
Okay.
She has a.
And so this actually was the least viral clip from the episode. All right, and then let's see. Let's move on to Heather. You see how much attention I was paying. Her name is Summer, and I think it's crazy. Again, my little brother, this nigga knew her name, texted me and said, Summer. said, bro, who's Summer? He said the girl in the video. I said, dog, you're silly. Well, all right. So yeah, 5,000 comments. I read a lot of them hoes too. Actually, nah, before we go on, let's go ahead and look at some of these comments. Let me bring my phone out, but I'm gonna keep it on here. So we gonna go here. She just got 1 million, but before we do that, so 5 cats, but at least that's not 5 men. It's over here pushing 166 on IG, but on Facebook, that boy got 457,000. But that don't matter. Let's look at some of the comments from this.
I mean, I like cats. I don't know about 5 cats. 5 is a lot of cats.
Okay.
Why is the 5 cats a deal breaker?
That is a lot of cats.
It's not 5 men.
Yeah, that 5 men comment was crazy. But see right here, homies gets it. 5 cats, 5 times the smell. And like that's just too much. Honestly, I don't even want to go back. We'll look at the comments on some of these. And so this one right here has 500,000 views.
I get a lot of attention. How would you handle that if I was getting a lot of attention when we were out? Like, are you confrontational? Would you protect me?
I will say I like the way she says out when we're at.
I get a lot of attention. How would you handle that if I was getting a lot of attention when we were out? Like, are you confrontational? Would you protect me?
Why would I have to handle the attention you're getting if you're getting the attention?
Oh God, I'm low key laughing because listening to the amount of silence and honestly, I just have to laugh. I sound like a disgruntled Jamaican man. I was at a loss for words for real. And then when I watched it and I see my face, I'm like, dog, if I saw my face at that moment, I would have just said, never mind. Oh.
Of attention when we were out. Like, are you confrontational? Would you protect me?
Why would I have to handle the attention you're getting if you're getting the attention? You know what is bringing the attention. So you're going to get the same attention even when I'm not with you, and I'm supposed to handle that as well?
Mm-hmm. You're supposed
Make
to
that
protect
make
me.
sense. I can't protect you when I'm not with you.
Yeah, but when you are with me,
But are you going to be doing the same things that are
just get
attracting
attention.
the attention when you're with me as when you're not?
I just get attention.
So the fact you're asking me to protect you and I don't know you yet, and you're saying you get a lot of an attention that you need protection from, that means you need protection when I'm not with you and right now already, and you haven't found a way to supplement that, so I can't step into that safely.
No, I just
And so, like I was saying, if I meet you and the first thing you say to me is, I get a lot of attention, can you protect me? What? Backtrack. Protect you from what? Who? What kind of attention are you getting that you need me to protect you from it already? And if you need this much protection, who's protecting you right now? Nobody? Then how are you making it out alive? So you don't need protection. What? Oh, I don't know. And also, asking someone to be your protection means you're asking them to step in the line of danger for you, which, okay, fine. No one's saying that a man is not supposed to protect, but at the same time, what am I jumping into, and is this blind? I'm not blindly signing up to be a warrior. Like, my life is precious, bruh. So, yes, am I willing to fight? In situations that make sense. I'm not just blindly co-signing, yeah, I'll fuck him up. No. Why? Because you wanted to talk to homie and then I came over here and now it's a problem? Now that I said, who is he? You don't want to talk about it? He won't leave you alone? Yeah, bro, nah, miss me with that. Look, my mom taught me not to fight over women. So, no, my answer is no, I'm not about to fight over you. Protect you, give it without question. Fight over your attention and the attention you get, nah, I'm not even paying it any attention. Especially, look, let's just finish the video, then I'm going to respond to the comments.
Just want like a man that's strong.
I'm not dealing with confrontation with people who give you attention.
Oh well.
Okay. That was all right. Now is
And so I think it's very interesting. She dressed it up in the I just want a man that's strong, as if I was supposed to be insulted. Like I'm weak because I gave her my answer, and my answer was pretty much the opposite of what she wanted to hear. Since my answer was the opposite of what she wanted, I'm now not strong.
Why would I have to handle the
I get a lot of attention. How would you handle that if I was getting a lot of attention when we were out? Like, are
And so she said, I get a lot of attention. How would you handle it when I get a lot of attention when we're out? I wouldn't care. Like the fact that you're saying, how would I handle it makes me think I have to do something or I'm supposed to do something about it.
you confrontational? Would you protect me?
And so that right there was me digesting everything she said, because she said, I get a lot of attention. How are you going to handle the attention? Are you confrontational? And will you protect me? And so I'm like, the way you're asking this question about how would I handle the attention sounds like I'm supposed to be doing something about it. And you already know you get a lot of attention. So why am I supposed to do anything about it? How would I handle it? I wouldn't. It just is. And am I confrontational? Not at all. Am I going to protect you? Protect you from what? The attention? Am I supposed to be confrontational? And protect you from what you wanted? I'm confused right now. Make this make sense, because you say you get a lot of attention and you already know you get a lot of attention. And you want to know, how am I going to be prepared to handle that attention? And if I'll protect you from it. So you want me to be confrontational. I'm not about to start fights because you want to get attention. No, the answer is no.
Why would I have to handle the attention you're getting? If you're getting the attention, you know what is bringing the attention. So you're going to get the same attention even when I'm not with you, and I'm supposed to handle that as well?
Mm-hmm.
And so that was me trying to make it make sense. You already know what you're doing to get this type of attention. And you're asking me, what am I going to do about this type of attention that you're getting? But you get the same type of attention when you're not with me. So why does it matter what I'm going to do? What are you going to do? Well, let's start with you, because you need protection from it. So what do you do about it when you're by yourself? That's what I'm curious about.
You're supposed
Make
to
that
protect
make
me.
sense. I can't protect you when I'm not with you.
Yeah, but when you are with me,
But are you going to be doing the same things that are
And so right there is like, so when you are with me, you have to protect me. Fine, no problem. But when you're not with me, whatever happens that I need to protect you from, does this same stuff happen to you when you're outside by yourself? Because if I'm protecting you now, I'm thinking about who's protecting you when I'm not with you. You got to stop doing the things that I have to protect you from when you're with me. When you're not with me,
you're
just get
attracting
attention.
the attention when you're with me as when you're not?
I just get attention.
So the fact you're asking me to protect you and I don't know you yet, and you're saying you get a lot of an attention that you need protection from, that means you need protection when I'm not with you and right now already, and you haven't found a way to supplement that, so I can't step into that safely.
No, I just
no, I will not jump into being your blind protection when I don't know nothing about you or how you handle yourself or situations in your life. I'm not signing up to be your bodyguard. What the fuck are we talking about? And so let's just go to the comments real quick. People were like, it sounds like, actually no, let's finish.
want like a man that's strong.
I'm not dealing with confrontation with people who give you attention.
Oh, well.
Okay. That was all right. Now is why'd you break your heart?
He seems kind of insecure, to be honest. Yeah. Like,
What is it with women on the internet and that word insecure? You feel me? I haven't had a lot of women in person use that insecure thing. And two of the women that I did hear saying it didn't have a pot to fucking piss in, for real. They technically they did, but they could barely afford to live in them. You feel me? So it's like, you sitting here calling somebody insecure and you're insufficient. Shut the fuck up, right? And so it's like, was I supposed to have my feelings hurt by being called insecure? Nigga, what? After I just told you that I don't want to deal with your attention-seeking ass, you're the one seeking attention from other people, and I'm the insecure one.
if you can't handle someone's getting attention, also
You can't handle it, so why?
All right, let's run this back.
That was all right. Now is
My man said that was all right. Pointer was enjoying that little debacle.
why'd you break your heart?
he seems kind of insecure, to be honest. Yeah. Like, if you can't handle someone's getting attention, also
You can't handle it, so why should I?
I can totally handle it.
But you need protection
I just want
from
a
it.
strong man that can protect me. It turns me
I'll
on.
leave it there.
And so there we go, right there. There we go, right there. That was the whole thing she was looking for to begin with. And some people said I overcomplicated it. And okay, maybe I did. Because she said, I want a strong man who will protect me. It turns me on, knowing that I have a man who will protect me. That I'm fine with, right? But asking a man if he's confrontational because you get a lot of attention is asking a man to be willing to sign up and fight people because other people are looking at you. And so getting attention and getting harassed, getting bothered, getting touched. And when I say touched, it could be as simple as a hand on the shoulder, a tap on the shoulder, a hand on the hand. I'm not saying you got to be turned around, shaken, or anything. Just breaching the grounds of 3 feet is reason to step in and intervene. I have no problem saying that, doing that. You feel me? But saying, are you confrontational, is asking this man to be willing to start fights and confrontations with other men at the drop of a hat because you said so. I ain't giving nobody the power over my life like that because you never know who the other dude is. You never know if this nigga got a strap on him. You never know if he's actually demented. Like, you don't know what's actually going on. So when you say stuff like what she said, just, are you willing to fight somebody for me, essentially? It's like, nah, bruh. And then at the end, she said, it turns me on. And so that just makes me think that you're going to start confrontations on purpose. You're going to place yourself in situations to make me have to intervene because you like to see me take action on your behalf. Bro, that's exhausting. Literally, whenever you decide I have to be ready to react a certain way or step up a certain way, bruh, this is the third fight this week, the third fight this month. I'm not trying to be fighting niggas just because you got your titties out. What are we talking about? You get a lot of attention. You get a lot of attention. Are you willing to protect me and defend me? Are you confrontational?
I'll leave it there.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not too the biggest of deals. Now, is he aesthetically someone that's your type?
No, he's kind of short.
Okay.
But it's okay. I was going to give him a chance. But also, he doesn't like my job, so I do OnlyFans.
Oh, you're a too?
I do OnlyFans, yeah.
Is she someone aesthetically that's your type?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the yes?
She's initially on first glance attractive, and then, you know what I mean? She's not an ugly person. You know what I mean? She's not ugly. You know what I mean? So
When
she's
I
a cute
speak.
girl.
Okay. All right. We have.
Apparently that was sweet. And apparently in the comments people said I was being too nice and too kind. She's not ugly. You feel me? We're not even gonna get into that. I'm gonna be honest with you. The first thing I saw, like everybody else, is them, you feel me, them testicles, dog. I got there. You feel me? It was first thought. Of course, I'm trying to see what dogs look like. But yeah, nah, she's not ugly. Let's look at some of these comments.
I get a lot of attention. How would you handle that if I was getting a lot of attention when we're at, like, are you confrontational? Would you protect me?
And no, that's the somebody said you can't handle it, so why should I? So she's just like, I need to be with somebody who can handle all the attention or some shit like that. And I was like, but you can't even handle it. And she said, I can handle it. If you could handle it, then why are you asking for somebody to protect you from the attention that you're already getting and you know you get? Like, what are you talking about? You wouldn't need protection from something you could handle. And then somebody says she's projecting a bunch of red flags. What she said though, you sound a little insecure to me. Is like, why does somebody standing on a boundary or a principle now equal them being insecure? No, my nigga, I just told you what I'm not gonna do, and I meant it. Somebody said I like how smart he is. Me too. And people saying this man fumbled so hard. I'm like, dog, I guess. Somebody else, he articulated that really well for someone on the spot. I'm not gonna lie, I said the same thing a lot. Like I reiterated the word protection a lot and attention. And somebody said he's classy. Dot dot dot. She's dot dot dot. Mm. It's right here. He's a man. She's still playing with boys. That's the difference. And that's the thing. I feel like a lot of women think that some of the like egotistical, insecure ways of like immature men show masculinity. And that's where we get this idea of toxic masculinity being dominant or being like preferred because a lot of women think that when men take action and control in a certain sense, that's what masculinity looks like. When a lot of it is just literally taking dominance, or at least trying to assert dominance. And dominance and domination are not the only equivalents to masculinity. Strength doesn't only come by overpowering somebody with what you prefer. And in this situation, it's don't do this or don't do that. Don't talk to him. Don't look at her. And preventing someone else from doing something you told them not to. Exerting your will over somebody or over a situation is not the only way to show masculinity. Enacting things with physical strength are not the only forms of masculinity. And that is part of the issue. And just because a man is willing to fight someone for you doesn't mean he actually cares for you. There's kids that will have 10 different toys, and somebody will pick up a toy they want right now and they'll hit you because they want their toy, or they'll be reminded that they want the toy. They can't even be going for it. It could be on the other side of the room. They're not even thinking about the toy. As soon as they see somebody else touch the toy, they want to go beat that person up and get the toy back. That's not showing any form of superior dominance. It's just brute force because you had a knee-jerk reaction. That's stupidity. And it really breaks my heart mainly because there are plenty of dudes in the comments who say, one, they would have just said whatever to get along or go along. And two, that's funny as hell. My cousin is just messaged me right now in real time. He said, bro, I think you broke her brain. And that's really what it seemed like. Because it's like, how can you not comprehend the fact that all I'm saying is if you need protection from something right now, before you ever met me, and you're asking me to step in and protect you from it, that sounds like a very big task and job. Because what have you been doing? So I have to step into the world you've already created with a lack of complete protection and build a world of protection. And does this only happen when I'm with you? Because are you still unprotected when you're not with me? Because if so, this is going to be a lot of work. And something's going to have to change. Are you willing to make changes? No, you just get a lot of attention and you're not aware of what causes it or what any of the reasons are. All right, well then, no, I'm not willing to protect you because we can't work together. This is going to be an all 100% me effort. And somebody might say I'm reading into this too much, but I think it just all sounded stupid. and it sounded dangerous, and that's why I said I can't step into this safely. You sound like you're going to get somebody in a fight. You sound like you're going to get somebody put in jail. You sound like you're going to get people hurt. Like, your line of logic sounds like you're going to do something to hinder someone else's safety. Now, whether that's mine or the opposite parties, it doesn't matter. Somebody said it sounds like Buddy can't fight. What if I fight too good? What if I actually hurt somebody? And now they want to actually press charges or sue, and nothing happened. She just didn't like the attention, which was someone staring at her. You feel me? Tell him to stop. I told him to stop looking. He keeps looking. Ooh, turn around. I don't want to turn around. I make him stop. What are we talking about? You feel me? Like, you're playing a dangerous game as a man who's signing up to be a protector for a woman who's not doing anything to make sure you're not putting yourself in danger too. If you're going to be each other's partner, you also have to be each other's keeper and each other's, you feel me, lookout. So you're not going to do anything to put me in situations that are going to hinder me or harm me. I'm not going to do anything to put you in situations that are going to hinder or harm you. You feel me? Oh, if we can't have that type of conversation, then I don't want it. I don't even really want to look at the comments too more. It says I'm just trying to be polite, which I was, because I wanted to say you sound stupid, which is why I took that deep ass breath like that. That's funny as hell though. He watching that right now.
Why would I have to handle the attention you're getting if you're getting the attention? You know what is bringing the attention. So you're going to get the same attention even when I'm not with you, and I'm supposed to handle that as well?
Mm-hmm. You're supposed
Make
to
that
protect
make
me.
sense. I can't protect you when I'm not with you.
Yeah, but when you are with me,
But are you going to be doing the same things that are
just get
attracting
attention.
the attention when you're with me as when you're not?
I just get attention.
So the fact you're asking me to protect you and I don't know you yet, and you're saying you get a lot of an attention that you need protection from, that means you need protection when I'm not with you and right now already. And you haven't found a way to supplement that, so I can't step into that safely.
No, I just want like a man that's strong.
I'm not dealing with confrontation with people who give you attention.
Oh well.
Okay. That was all right. Now is why'd you break your heart?
He seems kind of insecure, to be honest. Yeah. Like, if you can't handle if someone's getting attention. Also,
You can't handle it, so why should I?
I can totally handle it.
But you need protection
I just want
from
a
it.
strong man that can protect me. It turns me
I'll
on.
leave it there. I'll leave it there.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, so she said, I just need a strong man who can protect me because it turns me on. It says, if him protecting her turns her on, then wouldn't she purposefully create scenarios for him to protect her from? Exactly. So whenever you want to be turned on, time to create a situation for me to jump in and play Superman. Bitch, go sit down. Hell, go sit down. Read a comic book. Watch a scary movie. Go ride a roller coaster and get your thrill somewhere else. Somebody said the saddest part of this whole interaction is he initially said she was attractive. He said, this is the problem with men. Having an attraction for someone who looks like she's selling her body on the corner in the first place. That's very strong. Wow. But I will say this. I will agree, and I've even played a part in this, but they say a part of the reason why the game is so messed up is because of the lack of standards on the side of men, where men will entertain in the sense of talk to, whether it's in order to get a date, a place to stay, actually lay down and smash, whatever it is. They will entertain a woman with no long-term trajectory of a relationship or marriage. And after being with that a man will entertain a woman he has no long-term trajectory in, and that he deems, people hate to do the whole number thing, but stop being children. 1 through 10, say that the woman is a 4, a 5. that a man who is deemed as a 7 or 8, and people are like, by whose scale? Well, the scales of attraction aren't the same. Shut the fuck up, bro. Like, the nigga look like Brad Pitt, Denzel Washington, Will Smith in '98. You feel me? Stop playing. People that everybody were deeming as being attractive, good looking, even if they're not a 10 to you, we'll just say they're a 7 or 8. You feel me? Like, stop playing. And a woman who is, so a man who's a 7 or 8, 9, whatever, a man who's above a 7 with a woman who's below a 7. After that dating interaction or hookup, whatever it is, that woman will never want to be with a man who's less than a 7 again, though she is only a 4 herself. And so some people say that's what part of the game is getting fucked up right now. And that's part of what is going on in the minds of the women on this show. I'm not going to speak on them. It is what it is. You feel me? But do I agree with that sentiment? Kind of. Why? Partially because I've been guilty. I've been guilty. You feel me? Like, young nigga, you're just trying to have some fun. You feel me? And so, and that's where people get off on the, where do they have the audacity? Looking like that, where do you even have the audacity to be demanding these things? And I say this because, like she just said in the comments, that's the problem. Men out here giving attention to women who look like they should be working on the corner. And it's like, hey, bro, you can't lie. But that's another thing. That's another thing. Men will entertain things like that, but it's not for long-term trajectory. And that's where the disconnect, I feel like, happens. Because we'll literally say, I do not want a relationship out of this. I will not wife this. I will not take this around my homies. I will not take this to church. I will not take this to the people I work with. You feel me? There are women that men will not bring around anybody. They will be around them and not bring them around anybody. So when women think that just because he's talking to, looking at, giving time or attention to in some capacity, that means he has a care for or an infinity for, no, bro. It don't always work like that. And some women will say that's so horrible that men can be that way. I'm not going to dispute that. All I can say is you have to take that into account. And a lot of women don't do that. They just say, hey, bro, I did it once, I could do it again. I've been with this caliber of man, I can have him again. Dudes will realistically say, man, I was with a badass bitch, she was a 10. I probably won't even get a bitch this bad again. Damn, I fucked up. But, you know what? I could keep it pushing. The next girl I get with might not be a 10, bro. She might not be a 9. Does that mean he's going to go back to 5s and 4s? Not necessarily. Probably not. But he's not going to be pissed off because every other woman he talks to is nowhere near being a 9. Like, a 7 is cool. An 8 is all right. Like, a 6 for real. And that's another thing. I feel as if when it comes to really locking in, at least for me personally, I'm not even looking at what you look like on a scale of 1 to 10 first. I'm looking at what do I think about the way that you think and how do I feel when I'm talking to you on a scale of 1 to 10 first. Because that scale got to stay above 5 for me to even think about seeing you long term. If I can't even enjoy your conversation for a scale of 7, I don't even want it. You could be a 12 on a 1 to 10 scale. If the time I spend with you makes me have a 5 for more than 5 minutes on the entertainment scale, on the annoyance scale, on the I'd rather be somewhere else scale, bitch, kick rocks. I don't care how far you are. Get out of here.
It's not too the biggest of deals. Now, is he aesthetically someone that's your type?
No, he's kind of short.
Okay.
But it's okay. I was going to give him a chance. But also, he doesn't like my job. So I do only.
Oh, you're a too?
Confrontational. Would you protect me?
Why would I have to handle the attention you're getting if you're
Oh, somebody said his inhale. Men are so exhausted, and that's exactly what that was right there. I was just trying to take it all in, bro. Like,
I get a lot of attention. How would you handle that if I was getting a lot of attention when we were out? Like, are you confrontational? Would you protect me?
Why would I have to handle the attention you're getting if you're getting the attention? You know what is bringing the attention, so you're going to get the same attention even when I'm not with you, and I'm supposed to handle that as well?
You're supposed
Make
to
that
protect
make
me.
sense. I can't protect you when I'm not with you.
is that you're supposed to protect me? Somebody said, "What a revolting little human." That's actually crazy. This is one of the craziest comments after her balloon pop. Somebody said, "Still two balloons left." That's hilarious. And the woman says she wants a possessive man, and he fumbled so badly. No, because I'm not possessive. You do what you want to do, and if I deem it as disrespectful, you gotta go. It's as simple as that. I think that's the problem with a lot of young men out here. They think that they can control or demand or ask or possess somebody into being respectful or maintaining boundaries and standards for themselves. You cannot make somebody act in a way that is thoughtful to you. All you can do is ask and expect. And if they don't meet that expectation, you have to respect yourself enough to walk the fuck away. I'm not about to fight this nigga because you look sexy and he want to say something. Like, as long as he's not in your face trying to talk to you while I'm actively telling him to go away, bro, look, I, hey man, there's worse things to do. And this is another thing, is like, if you're out and you see dudes looking at your girl, that just lets you know your girl is fine, bro. I'm supposed to be mad that niggas is looking at you? Like, bro, so I either have to, one, tell you to stay inside, two, tell you to wear clothes that don't show you off, or three, deal with the fact that niggas like to look at you. What do you mean? I have to protect you from people's eyes? And look, if I have to protect you from people, step in. I think this is my problem. I'm too particular with words. If she said that a lot of men tried to fight her, or a lot of men tried to like assault her, I'm like, well, damn. All right, that's a problem. But you saying I get a lot of attention, and I know I get a lot of attention, and I can handle the attention. So will you protect me from the attention? I'm just gonna move on because I keep getting back to the same point. I'm literally just trying to go through the comments and find some comments that were interesting. Actually, one more time, one more time.
Yeah, but when you are with me,
But are you going to be doing the same things that are
just get
attracting
attention.
the attention when you're with me as when you're not?
I just get attention.
So the fact you're asking me to protect you and I don't know you yet, and you're saying you get a lot of an attention that you need protection from, that means you need protection when I'm not with you and right now already, and you haven't found a way to supplement that, so I can't step into that safely.
No, I just want like a man that's strong.
I'm not dealing with confrontation with people who give you attention.
Oh well.
Okay. That was all right. Now is why'd you break your heart?
He seems kind of insecure, to be honest. Yeah. Like, if you can't handle if someone's getting attention. Also,
You can't handle it, so why should I?
I can totally handle it.
But you need protection
I just want
from
a
it.
strong man that can protect.
And so yeah, the fact that she said I'm insecure and it sounds like I can't handle the attention, but it sounds like she can't handle the attention either. That's where it's actually crazy. And somebody was like, he's 100% correct and she knows it. But I don't know if she knows it, bro. It sounds like she don't. And somebody said that I'm kind of zesty. How is that zesty? How I come out zesty? Somebody let me know. What did I do or say that I was zesty, bruh? Because a lot of people say my answer is very mature. And I'm not on here seeking validation, especially not by going live and asking what y'all think, because there's over 2,000 comments right here, over 5,000 on Instagram. I can see what everybody's opinion is. But people said her calling me insecure is like me calling her intelligent. That's crazy. And that's another thing. They could be coming with some quick quips. They be have. I guess I might not be that quick. They could be typing that shit for 10 minutes, but they could be having a whole lot to say in these comments. It should be funny.
Get a lot of attention. How would you handle that if I was getting a lot of attention when we were at, like, are you confrontational? Would you protect me?
Why would I have to handle the attention you're getting if you're getting the attention? You know what is bringing the attention, so you're going to get the same attention even when I'm not with you, and I'm supposed to handle that as well.
You're supposed
Make
to
that
protect
make
me.
sense. I can't protect you when I'm not with you.
Yeah, but
Yeah, let's just move on. Listening to women who say stuff like this make my balls itch. I'm not gonna friend. That should just make my balls itch. Here's another one who asked a dumbass question.
I do like rave content. I do show my body a lot, and I just need to know
Nah, she don't show her body a lot. She show her ass a lot. Go look at her IG page. She show her ass a lot.
like, are you easily jealous? And if someone comes to me and tries to talk to me like in a rude way, I mean, would you stick up for me? Because like, understandable if you're not there, I can stick up for myself, honestly. But if you are there and if someone's disrespecting me, are you gonna be like, what the are you doing?
And so disrespect and attention are two different things.
Yeah.
And how someone handles the attention they get is first and foremost on them to understand what they want out of an interaction.
And see, the other girl, she just went like this and told her to pop her balloon. After I said that disrespect and attention are two different things. You feel me? And so it's like somebody disrespecting you, of course, that's what I'm there for. That's literally, look, that's what I said.
When it becomes to a point where what you tried to mitigate the situation doesn't work, that's what I'm there for. And if we both know it's going to get there, I'm going to stop it beforehand. If you're already aware you're attracting certain attention.
And so, like I said, man, let me refresh this. She said, I do rave content. I show my body. No, you show your ass.
Kind of need a man with confidence, and since I do like rave
I need a man with confidence because I like to walk around half naked. What does his confidence level have to do with you being half naked? Because the more secure and confident a man is, the less worried he is about his woman being half naked. So it sounds like these women want jealous and possessive men. But at the same time, they don't want a man to tell them what to do. So you like to start interactions that cause conflict because he's going to be either mad at you or mad at other people.
content. I do show my body a lot, and I just need to know, like, are you easily jealous? And if someone comes to me and tries to talk to me like in a rude way, I mean, would you stick up for me? Because like, understandable if you're not there, I can stick up for myself, honestly. But if you are there and if someone's disrespecting me, are you gonna be like, what the are you doing?
And so disrespect and attention are two different things.
Yeah.
And how someone handles the attention they get is first
The girl back here telling her to pop. Shut up.
and foremost on them to understand what they want out of an interaction. When it becomes to a point where what you tried to mitigate the situation doesn't work, that's what I'm.
When I said what you tried to mitigate this issue doesn't work, I literally mean as simple as leave me alone, go away, don't talk to me. As simple as that. A simple request to not be bothered is all it takes for that to be enough to make a nigga walk away. It's like, this is one thing. It's like people in the comments is like, oh, just say you're not willing to step in or say you're not a protector. If you actually know me and you actually been outside with me, I'm the type of dude to step up to dudes I don't know. And my mom has told me, you can't be doing this. I have walked up to niggas and grabbed their wrists, bruh. And not because they was mid-swing. And now that I'm 30, I don't do this. You feel me? I will say something. But when I was like 23, 24, 25, 26, I have walked up to people on the street and just been like, hey, yo, chill, chill. Seeing them talk to women or seeing them like try to talk to women, try to get their attention. Like I've walked over and be like, yo, bro, clearly she's not trying to talk to you. It was, huh, what? I'm like, bro, you've been trying to get her attention, leave her alone. Or like, I seen you just tapped her like 4 times and she went like this, leave her alone. And niggas be like, who are you? Are you her man? And I'm like, no, nigga, that don't matter, bro. You feel me? So like the people in the comments saying, oh, he's not willing to do this, he's not willing to do that. You're right. Sure, whatever. because you don't know me. It has nothing to do with the unwillingness to actually act and everything to do with the concern for the reason in doing so. Because once things get past a certain level, you don't know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. And so, are we both willing to take the precautions necessary so I don't have to risk my life or someone else's unnecessarily? Because it don't got to get like that. But it could very well get like that. And this is the thing that I feel like a lot of women don't take into account is the safety of the men who are getting into the physical interaction. You feel me? Or the fact that your dude is stepping in to protect somebody. Yes, it's beautiful he's willing to, but the fact that you're willing to let him is not. The fact you're willing to let your significant other step into harm's way over petty shit and unnecessarily speaks volumes to your character. And I'm not safe with you. So it's like women want to feel safe with the men that they choose while not also realizing men want to feel safe with the women they're outside with. So overly talkative women, when it comes to negative opinions and insults and feeling as if you have the space to do that at any given time and moment, you come with a little bit of liability. Women who are overly aggressive come with a little bit of liability. You feel me? Women who are unaware of situations, which it sounds like baby girl is, you come with an extra sense of liability, which for anyone who is aware of that and willing to take it on, so be it. But blindly asking people to participate in foolishness and be willing to bear the consequences is a big ask. That's all I was trying to say. And if I really fuck with you, have I ever been with a hothead? Yes. Yes. I've dated women who like the box and will tell you that they like the box. And not enough. Oh yeah, no. Oh really? I like the box. You feel me? You are you trying to fight? Yo, all right. We're just gonna go get in the car. It's fine. We're gonna go get in the car. So I've dated women who are hotheads, man. I've dated women who like to fight. You feel me? I know women who like to fight men. And this is another reason why I answer this question like this. Because I have been in situations where women will perpetrate, will actually throw the first fist and then look towards someone else to step in and finish the fight. Are you confrontational? This is what I want to know. Do I have to come fight on your behalf for no reason? So it's like, it goes both ways. It's just men are not expecting women to finish the fight. They're just looking for women to help them prevent them even taking place if they value their own life.
I'm there for. And if
Yeah.
we both know it's going to get there, I'm going to stop it beforehand. If you're already aware you're attracting certain attention, you should already be trying to figure out how to not do that before you meet me. That's it. That's all. And so jealous, not the type. Not the type. You feel me? Because if we both have already established a certain rapport and relationship, whatever goes on with other people has nothing to do with me because my relationship is with you, right? So if I feel disrespected or threatened by somebody else, I'm asking you about your behavior and who this person is, not checking them because they don't owe me anything.
And somebody said that right there sounds like victim blaming. And it's like, no, dog, you missed what I was saying because I'm not blaming her for getting attention. She asked me pretty much 3 different questions. How would I handle the attention? Would I protect her? And she asked, are you jealous? Right? And so why would I need to be jealous? That's my next question. Are you easily jealous? No, I'm not, right? And so why are you worried about me being jealous? And then I'm explaining to you how I handle being jealous and the idea of jealousy. The only time someone is jealous of someone else, it's when they have something that they want or that they think belongs to them. You feel me? So if I'm jealous of something going on between you and someone else, it's because they're getting something that they're not supposed to. If we're in a relationship together, that means there's certain things that are supposed to be off access to other people. So if I'm put in a position to be jealous while in a relationship with you, that means that I feel as if someone else is getting things that they shouldn't have access to. And if that's the case, you're the one who controls that access. Now, when it comes to just people outside on the street, strangers, randoms, one offs, you're not going to find me being jealous because someone walks up to you and says, hey, or hi, or you look good. I don't give a fuck. What matters next is how you respond to the situation. Now, if I'm standing there and someone walks up and says, hey, you look beautiful, I'm gonna be like, I know, don't she? Hopefully that's enough to make this nigga go away. Or you could say, thank you, I'm with my man. Regardless, in a situation like that, it shouldn't have to get to a confrontation. We both sitting right there. There's nothing to say, hey, bro, step off. What the fuck? Even be confused. You see me right here. That's why I'm confused by questions like this. I think part of it is I've never had somebody press me while I was outside with my girl or try to take my girl. Even literally, I've never had a woman in my vicinity within 3 feet and had someone else approach her in a disrespectful manner or let me talk to you manner. So it's like I don't even have to expect to handle this in my world. Niggas don't try me like that. And I'm not saying I'm him or I'm that nigga, but it's like there's a certain level of respect that men just give men that are respectable. And if you carry yourself the right way, and if it's clear that she's with you, dog, again, niggas know how niggas get. I'm not gonna step into some shit for no reason. So I think this is why I'm perplexed by being asked this question because it's not a real life scenario that I deal with a lot. And in the idea of being jealous over people looking at a woman I'm with, I'm not gonna do that because if you stepped outside with all your titties out or all your ass out, we both knew that you did, and we both knew that there was gonna be men outside, and that men like to look at ass and titties. So why am I mad at niggas for looking at ass and titties, and why am I mad at you if I came outside with you? If I came outside with you looking like that, that means I knew what was gonna come with it. So if I get mad at anybody, I'm gonna get mad at myself for coming outside with you or being mad about it. If anybody should be mad, it's me. If we are in a relationship and you outside with all your ass out, I should be mad at myself for being in a relationship where I'm with somebody with all their ass out. If that's something I don't like, if I'm in a relationship with you and you outside with all your ass out, I already knew you was gonna be outside with all your ass out, so I just gotta accept the fact. What are we talking about? Like, why would I be mad? And so this is another reason why I just had to answer these questions the way that I did and just try to break down and understand the reasoning and logic because it doesn't actually make sense. Because in order for me to be jealous after telling you I'm not going to be jealous of strangers and randoms, and if you get random attention, so be it. If you're already aware of that and you are fine with it, then I'm cool with it too. When it comes to somebody disrespecting you, I have no problem stepping in and making them stop and disappear. And when I say disappear, I'm not saying I'm out here about to off niggas like that, you feel me? But I'm not scared to tell a nigga to get the fuck away. And if it means he want to fight about it, well, so be it. And jealousy is a whole nother ball game. And that's what I'm saying. She asked me 3-4 different things. It sounds like one question if you don't listen or you don't think. But if you think real life, I make rave content. I go to raves. I show off my body. I have my ass out. I'm fine with handling the attention that I get, but I want to know whether or not you're going to be confrontational or jealous when you see that happening. And I said no. And that's a problem. But you're going to be at these raves with your ass out regardless of whether I'm there or not. So why would I get jealous and confrontational if I'm putting myself in this situation to be jealous and confrontational? It doesn't make sense.
I kind of need a man with confidence, and since I do like rave content, I do show my body a lot, and I just need to know, like, are you easily jealous? And if someone comes to me and tries to talk to me, like, in a rude way, I mean, would you stick up for me? Because, like, understandable if you're not there, I can stick up for myself, honestly, but if you are there, and if someone's disrespecting me, are you gonna be like, what the f are you doing?
And so disrespect and attention are two different things.
Yeah.
And how someone handles the attention they get is first and foremost on them to understand what they want out of an interaction. When it becomes to a point where what you tried to mitigate the situation doesn't work, that's what I'm there for. And if
Yeah.
we both know it's going to get there, I'm going to stop it beforehand. If you're already aware you're attracting certain attention, you should already be trying to figure out how to not do that
Yeah.
before you meet me. That's it. That's all. And so jealous, not the type. Not the type. You feel me? Because if we both have already established a certain rapport and relationship, whatever goes on with other people has nothing to do with me because my relationship is with you, right? So if I feel disrespected or threatened by somebody else, I'm asking you about your behavior and who this person is, not checking them because they don't owe me anything.
Does that work for you? We don't want any other.
Like, so are you saying that it's like my fault if the person tries to talk to me?
No, I'm saying if it gets to a point where I'm confused or threatened by someone, then they have some type of relationship or rapport with you already. If
Yeah,
it's
no.
someone bothering,
And somebody was like, "Yeah, bro, she just couldn't keep up with your level of intellect," and it was like, I'm literally saying I'm not going to be jealous. If ever in life you see me get jealous of something or someone, it's because there's some type of established relationship or rapport that I can visually see or obviously see, which means there's more going on here than this being a random person. Random people, I don't give a fuck. I don't care if 10 people come say hi to you today or try to talk to you today. Now, if the same random person talks to you 3 times, 5 times while I'm with you, and every time you have time to say hi and what's up, now I might have a couple of questions. I'm not jealous. Who's that? You see him a lot? Do you guys talk outside of just these run-ins you have with me? Okay. Aware. Not jealous. Not gonna be jealous. I don't know. It honestly doesn't matter at the end of the day because I wasn't trying to lead with her. So, and this comment right here is killing me. Somebody said, "Why does she remind me of?" and posted this picture of Jamie. That's actually kind of diabolical.
My take on 50-50.
So I kind of need a man with confidence. And since I do like rave content, I do show my body a lot.
And so right here, this is a woman who said, this question alone tells me she needs to stay single. Like he said, you know you're attracting certain types of attention that then you need to check yourself. You definitely can set the tone for the way a person approaches you by carrying yourself a certain way. Also, he is right. He's in a relationship with you, not someone. A random on the street won't bother him, but a person you giving attention back to is a whole different thing. Long story short, he dodged the bullet. And so, like I said, I'm not going to control how another person interacts with you outside of disrespecting you. And even then, I'm just going to stop that disrespect or separate us from it. We both have to leave. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm about to beat this nigga's ass because you don't like the way he talked to you. Fuck him and you, bro. I don't like the way he talked to you. I don't like the way he talked to me. If I beat somebody up every time I didn't like the way they looked at me, I didn't like the way they talked to me, do you know how often I'd be getting into fights? Come on now. And that's what I don't think a lot of women realize. Like, niggas don't even fight as much as they would want to for themselves. Not because they are afraid of losing the fight, because you have to pick and choose your battles. And so somebody else said, these questions are strange. It seems like they already knew who was going to pop their balloon, so they just beat him to the punch. And I'm not going to lie, I honestly do believe that's a thing. I do believe that self-sabotage is a thing very heavily, especially in situations of not feeling as if you meet someone's standards, especially when you don't know that person at all. And you just go based off of the assumption of how they carry themselves and what they look like. And I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's interesting, but I do think that a lot of, I'll just say people sabotage themselves. I feel like men will just not take the chance. They won't take the risk. They won't even put themselves in the ballpark unless it's a dude. There's niggas who like to take risks. There's plenty of dudes who like to take risks and like to feel like they accomplish some shit. So I'm not gonna say niggas not gonna swing. There's plenty of niggas who's gonna swing at things outside of their caliber. It's just a far fewer amount, which is why you have a larger amount of niggas who don't meet the bar or measure up with women who surpass the bar. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? High accomplishing, high earning women who are with niggas. It was like this nigga has 3 different either exes or baby mamas or ex-wives or whatever that are all successful women who surpass anything he's ever done. Yeah, because he shoots his shot, because a lot of niggas don't even shoot their shot at women of this caliber. On the inverse, a lot of women don't shoot their shot. So when niggas of a certain caliber do shoot their shot, they might, you feel me, respond well. But in the back of their mind, they feel as if they don't measure up or they don't deserve it or that it's not going to work out in the long run. So before they get rejected, they're going to do something to make him reject her or find a reason to reject him. And I think that happens all the fucking time. I honestly think that happens all the time. I really think that probably 50% of women will self-sabotage situations that they don't feel as if they deserve or they can maintain. Not even deserve. I feel like they feel as if they won't be able to maintain it. So they do something to fuck it up. So they don't have to.
And I just need to know, like, are you easily jealous? And if someone comes to me and tries to talk to me, like, in a rude way, I mean, would you stick up for me? Because, like, understandable if you're not there, I can stick up for myself, honestly. But if you are there and if someone's disrespecting me, are you going to be like, what the f are you doing?
And so disrespect and attention are 2 different things.
Yeah.
And how someone handles the attention they get is first and foremost on them to understand what they want out of an interaction. When it becomes to a point where what you tried to mitigate the situation doesn't work, that's what I'm there for. And if we both know it's going to get there, I'm going to stop it beforehand. If you're already aware you're attracting certain attention, you should already be trying to figure out how to not do that before you meet me. That's it. That's all. And so jealous, not the type. Not the type. You feel me? Because if we both have already established a certain...
I do show my...
So this is something else right here. Somebody was, he answered her question clear and to the point. And if she's really looking for a man, should she be showing her body off to other people into the world? It's like, come on now. And that's another thing. I feel like, unfortunately, I feel like a lot of women will say, I can do whatever I want. Yes, you can. But the things that you do also have consequences. And sometimes those consequences mean that other people don't look at you the same. Do you have to care? No. But you also can't make people view you the way you want them to. I.e., is that if you're looking for a relationship or for someone who wants to be in a relationship, there's certain behaviors that you're probably going to want to limit, like showing your ass off on the internet. I don't know why that's such a hard concept for a lot of women to fathom. It's not like people are telling you you can't do it. They're just telling you to heavily consider the repercussions that come with it, like not being able to attract the partner you may one day want. Why that's such a crazy statement, I don't know.
My body a lot. And I just need to know, like, are you easily jealous? And if someone comes to me and tries to talk to me, like, in a rude way, I mean, would you stick up for me? Because, like, understandable if you're not there, I can stick up for myself, honestly.
I'm not gonna lie, these comments is actually crazy. I must say, ain't nobody trying to see you nappy-haired clown as body. That's crazy. She want him to fight and possibly die for her, and she looking like that. Some super trash can emoji. That's crazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, people was really coming at these women's necks. And this right here, they want a man to risk his life when their behavior is literally the trigger. He didn't say literally, but their behavior is the trigger. You want a man to fight over you and risk his life for you. Why are you being disrespected in the first place? Like, it is, people will say that's victim blaming. No, it's critical fucking thinking. It's like, Problem exists. Problem leads to bigger altercation. I don't like end result. What can I do in between the problem and the unwanted ending in order to see if the ending is different? It's like you just have to change certain variables, and the easiest variable to start with is your appearance. I guess it just boils down to women don't want their bodies policed.
But if you are there and if someone's disrespecting me, are you going to be like, what the are you doing?
And so disrespect and attention are two different things.
Yeah.
And how someone handles the attention they get is first and foremost on them to understand what they want out of an interaction. When it becomes to a point where what you tried to mitigate the situation doesn't work, that's what I'm there for. And if
Yeah.
we both know it's going to get there, I'm going to stop it beforehand. If you're already aware you're attracting certain attention, you should already be trying to figure out how to not do that before you meet me. That's it. That's all. And so jealous, not the type.
And somebody says, so let me walk around looking like a hoe, and you fight for me if I get treated like a hoe. And that's really what this type of like mindset and rhetoric seems to be saying. I want to act like a hoe and be hoish, but if anything happens that I don't like while this is happening, I want you to stop it. So why don't we just work together to prevent it? Because this sounds like a lot of work on my part.
So I kind of need a man with confidence. And since I do like rave content, I do show my body a lot. And I just need to know, like, are you easily jealous? And if someone comes to me and tries to talk to me, like in a rude way, I mean, would you stick up for me? Because like, understandable if you're not there, I can stick up for myself, honestly. But if you are there and if someone's disrespecting me, are you going to be like, what the are you doing?
And so disrespect and attention are two different things.
Yeah.
And how someone handles the attention they get is first and foremost on them to understand what they want out of an interaction. When it becomes to a point where what you tried to mitigate the situation doesn't work, that's what I'm there for. And if
Yeah.
we both know it's going to get there, I'm going to stop it beforehand. If you're already aware you're attracting certain attention, you should already be trying to figure out how to not.
And see, I'm glad this is another man in the comments, and it's an older man too, so that's how you know my nigga just understand. He said that's not gonna happen. If for some strange reason it does, I'm good with it. And this is why I said maybe I just be long-winded sometimes, because essentially that's what I was saying. But it's also let me get to the core of the matter and let's get to the mindset that's behind this, because what are we talking about? But yeah. That's what I'm there for. That's literally what I said. If for some reason it happens, I'm good with it. But I don't foresee it even happening. It's not very often that I go outside with a woman, whether she's dressed scantily or not, and that I have to deal with any negative interactions from other men. It's literally not happened to me in like 8 years, 10 years. And even when it happened before, I realized that part of it was her. You feel me? She liked it other niggas. It was like, bro, if you over here smiling at niggas and waving, don't act like you not when I see. And that's when I learned very young. Don't entertain women like that. Unless you know that they for the streets and they know that you know that they for the streets and you okay with letting them go be in the streets.
Do that before you meet me. That's it. That's all. And so jealous, not the type. Not the type. You feel me? Because if we both have already established a certain rapport and relationship, whatever goes on with other people has nothing to do with me, because my relationship is with you, right? So if I feel disrespected or threatened by somebody else, I'm asking you about your behavior and who this person is, not checking them because they don't owe me anything.
Does that work for you? We
And
don't.
see, somebody in the crowd said you should pop that balloon. Why? Why are they like this? Why are they like this? You feel me? And it's like, if we tried to have this conversation without real life examples, people would be like, oh, you're just saying stuff. And even having this real life example, people still might say you just saying stuff. But literally, she just told her you should pop that balloon. This is another woman, single, looking for a connection, did not find the connection she wanted, now telling someone else that they should also leave their opportunity to find a connection. Why? Because she disagrees with something. This had nothing to do with her. All of these women are over 25 years old. They're grown. Why is she telling her that she needs to pop her balloon? She don't even know this girl. She don't even know this girl. Is she just salty because it didn't work out in her favor either? So since it didn't work in her favor, she hopes it doesn't work out in this other girl's favor too? Like, who is she? Shut her the fuck up. At the end of the day, I don't care. You know why? I wasn't trying to leave with none of them. So fuck it. But I really think that's interesting. And if we tried to say that it really do be unhappy individuals trying to keep other people unhappy, precisely unhappy women trying to keep other women unhappy, I think we might be able to get somewhere in life, but we'll see if we'll ever be able to bridge that gap. It should be denied so vehemently when we're watching it in real time. And even before then, it happened before then. Let me see if I can see.
Handles the attention they get is first and
Right
foremost
there.
on.
Right there, she was telling her, oh, it looked like she was doing this to yap, yap, yap. And again, that's just, I was a little wordy, but everything made sense. So this is something I'm learning. And I hate to use this as an example, but I recently learned that when people come into contact with a superior intelligence, it literally causes them to have anxiety and sometimes to experience the moment as physical pain because their body has to process stimuli they weren't ready for. And now they feel as if they're under attack because they're being scrutinized, partially sometimes by themselves, because they have to compare what they were doing, saying, and thinking to the logic that they're now getting. And so they have to, one, apply the logic, two, compare it to themselves, and then three, respond to it. And if their response is anything other than acceptance of you being right, it shuts down their nervous system, and now they're in fight or flight mode, and you're a threat because you exposed them for being inferior. And you didn't even do anything but state a truth or a fact or opinion. Literally, you can just know more about a subject than somebody, and they realize that their intellect is now inferior. And if that matters a lot to them, every time you come around them, they're going to feel inferior and like they're in danger because you're going to expose the fact that you're stronger. Like, that shit's fucking crazy to me. And so you can't even be mad at it. If they can't understand, they didn't even know how to have a conversation.
Them to understand what they want out of an interaction. When it becomes to a point where what you tried to mitigate the situation doesn't work, that's what I'm there for. And if we both know it's going to get there, I'm going to stop it beforehand. If you're already aware you're attracting certain attention, you should already be trying to figure out how to not do that before you meet me. That's it. That's all. And so jealous, not the type. Not the type, you feel me? Because if we both have already established a certain rapport and relationship, whatever goes on with other people has nothing to do with me because my relationship is with you, right? So if I feel disrespected or threatened by somebody else, I'm asking you about your behavior and who this person is, not checking them because they don't owe me anything.
Does that work for you?
And see, that wasn't even just one. That was two women who told her she should pop the balloon.
We don't want any other.
Like, so are you saying that it's like my fault if the person tries to talk to me?
No, I'm saying if it gets to a point where I'm confused or threatened by someone, then they have some type of relationship or rapport with you already. If it's someone bothering you, if we're in public and someone says something to you,
I can't control
then that's a whole nother topic. If someone is bothering you in my vicinity and I see it, that's a whole nother topic. You said jealous. I'm not going to be jealous if someone is talking to you.
I said jealous, and would you defend me if someone tries to talk to me?
We don't need to go further.
Okay. Is aesthetically, is he someone that's your type?
Again, I do like short kings, and he is handsome, but I just don't like how he answered my question.
Is she someone that's your type?
No.
I'm sorry, dog. I'm being nice as fuck. I'm being so nice. So I'm gonna just be honest right here. I'm listening to this. I looked at a whole nother page, right? I looked at a whole nother page, and then I came back. I came back at the moment when she was adjusting her little shit real quick. So, right here is where I came back. Is nah. Well, I came back. She was doing the little adjusting on her shirt and everything, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" And it was like,
Aesthetically, is he someone that's your type?
Again, I do like short kings, and he is handsome, but I just don't like how he answered my question.
and so this is what I was looking at when I came back to the screen right before this when she adjusted her shirt and then came back and I heard her say, "I don't like how he answered my question." And my initial response is, "I don't like how the fuck she look." I ain't gonna be honest. I was being nice. I'm still trying to be nice. I don't be trying to hurt people's feelings, because I have to leave, but none of them so it don't fucking matter. But let's make good content. You feel me? Like let's listen to the psychology behind why these fellas even think the dumb shit that they fucking think. You feel me? I ain't trying to leave with shit. I ain't trying to impress nothing. I ain't trying to. I'm going to unpack these questions and the lack of common sense that's pertained or containing, but the
I think my phone might have died. Or something happened to that. He did. But yeah, I was just trying to address the comments that were being made. You feel me? With care, so they didn't think I was just saying you sound stupid. It's like at the end of the day, any smart nigga knows that the shit sounds stupid.
Is she someone that's your type?
Not necessarily.
What makes
So I kind of need a man with confidence, and since I do like rave content, I do show my body a lot, and I just need to know, like, are you easily jealous? And if someone comes to me and tries to talk to me, like in a rude way, I mean, would you stick up for me? Because, like, understandable if you're not there, I can stick up for myself, honestly. But if you are there and if someone's disrespecting me, are you going to be like, what the are you doing?
And so disrespect and attention are two different things.
Yeah.
And how someone handles the attention they get is first and foremost. And so this is another thing. It's like, baby girl right there just says she does rave content. And then the two girls to her right that are in frame said that they are OnlyFans, like workers, corn stars, whatever you want to call it. So it's like, all three of them had concerns with the levels of attention that they were getting and attracting, and wanted somebody who was going to step in and stop them from getting attention. But it's like, your profession is literally advertising your physical body, like, for attention. You get paid by getting attention. People pay you for looking at you. What are we talking about? Like, what the fuck? What are you asking of me? Like, you're asking me to stop you from living in the life you've already chosen? In the words of J. Cole, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. What are we talking about? And so somebody was like, why is he so angry? And it's like, I'm not even mad at them. I'm mad at the mindset and the lack of logic, because they're not the only women who think like that. They're not the only women who behave like that, especially not in this current climate. There are plenty of women who agree with their sentiment and everything they're saying, right? Clearly, because she told her to pop her balloon and she did. And they don't know each other from a can of paint. So how many women think like the two women on the right who are sex workers and sell their body and want other women to think the same way, and are in their ears telling them to behave the same way and to act the same way, but to claim that they want to be in healthy, committed relationships with healthy, confident, secure men? These women said they want confident, secure men, but no man who is confident and secure is going to openly say yes to any of the shit that they're asking for. Because if I'm confident and secure in myself, that means I respect myself. And if I respect myself, that means I care about myself. So I don't put myself in negative situations or in harm's way for no fucking reason. And you're asking me to do both of those things just because you said so or because you feel like it today. What if I don't feel like it today? And so that's why I have such a gripe with it. Not because of anything they did or said personally, but for the greater mindset and like the culture of dating right now, the rhetoric behind it. What the fuck? Have some critical thinking. I'm shaking my head like this now because I know that this shit is just going in one ear and out the other. And still go on the internet bitching. You had 3 hoes up there with titties out, ready to see you, nigga. And you ain't leave with none of the bitches with their titties out? No, nigga, I didn't leave with none of the bitches with their titties out because it's bigger than their titties, which is hard, but it's bigger than their titties. It's deeper than that. On them to understand what they want out of an interaction. When it becomes to a point where what you tried to mitigate the situation doesn't work, that's what I'm there for. And if we both know it's going to get there, I'm going to stop it beforehand. If you're already aware you're attracting certain attention, you should already be trying to figure out how to not do that before you meet me. That's it. That's all. And so jealous, not the type. Not the type. You feel me? Because if we both have already established a certain rapport and relationship, but yeah, I think I might be done with this. I'm not gonna lie, watching these hoes make my balls itch. Yeah, let's watch a couple more. I'm not gonna lie, his channel be popping. It'd be popping in the sense that should be funny, and he be saying dumb shit.
26, and he's a bit too short.
Okay, so you like your brother's a little taller.
Yeah, just a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Keep the mic at chin.
I
Okay.
can't be mad at that at all.
Also, the age thing you just said sounded a bit predatory. It's not for me. Sorry.
Predatory. Interesting.
Could he have been your type if he was a little taller?
No.
Okay. Is she someone that's your type?
People have. I get a lot of attention. How would you handle that if I was getting a lot of attention when we were at? Like, are you confrontational? Would you protect me?
So just hearing the words, "Are you confrontational and would you protect me?" in the same sentence is a red flag to me. It's like, hold on. Why do I have to be confrontational in order to protect you? You can be protected without having to be confrontational. It's like, do I have to start a confrontation in order for you to feel protected? Because yeah, nah. Literally, in the first breath, bitch, you just asked me to get into a fight. I don't even know your name. Like, shut up. It just makes me mad. It just makes me mad. And I think it's just the audacity of the expectation of having a certain level of willingness without any connection. I don't know you. But in order to even get a first date, I have to be willing to sign my life away. Fuck out of here. Why would I have to handle the attention you're getting if you're getting the attention? You know what is bringing the attention. So you're going to get the same attention even when I'm not with you and I'm. Yeah, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell, Yante?
So I kind of need a man with confidence. And since I do like rave content, I do show my body a lot.
When it comes to height,
too young.
Oh. Just let's go straight for that question. Are you okay with Pat?
Okay, one question I would.
So if he was a.
I get a lot of attention. How would you handle that if I was getting a lot of attention when we were out? Like, are you confrontational? Would you protect me?
Why would I have to handle the attention you're getting if you're getting the attention? You know what is bringing the attention. So you're going to get the same attention even when I'm not with you and I'm supposed to handle that as well?
Mm-hmm. You're supposed
Make
to
that
protect
make
me.
sense. I can't protect you when I'm not with you.
Yeah, but when you are with me.
But are you going to be doing the same things that are attracting the attention when you're with me as when you're not?
I just get attention.
So the fact you're asking me to protect you and I don't know you. Her just repeating, I just get attention. Well, all I heard is, I don't know anything. That's what it sounded like to me is, I don't know anything. I don't know anything. Yet, and you're saying you get a lot of an attention that you need protection from. That means you need protection when I'm not with you and right now already. And you haven't found a way to supplement that. So I can't step into that safely.
No, I just want like a man that's strong.
I'm not dealing with confrontation with people who give you attention.
Oh well.
Okay. That was all right.
That's funny. She ain't even pop her balloon. She squashed that motherfucker. she hawk smashed that bitch. She ain't even used the pin. Baby girl squeezed the life out that motherfucker.
Right now is why'd you break your heart?
He seems kind of insecure, to be honest. Yeah. Like, if you can't handle if someone's getting attention. Also,
Bro, all I saw is titties in that last shot. You can't handle it, so why should I?
I can totally handle it.
And so, I just gotta take a second to be petty. People in the comments
Action from it
said, but the girl next to her is Crocs. It's like, what is she wearing? What is going on? The Crocs is dirty as hell, dog. And it's like, what is that? Is she wearing a skirt or are those shorts? Like, and is this one piece? Is this a romper? What is this? Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking closer at her outfit now than I did even the day of, because I was just trying to maintain composure. And it was a lot of titty in my face. I'm not going to fret. I didn't even see all of this. I didn't even notice she was in Crocs. And I didn't notice she was in the cowboy get-ups. I'm not going to lie. I like the crosses. It's a nice little addition, but it's kind of, I don't know. You can't be hanging holy crosses over, you feel me, a condemned box. How you got crosses hanging over the devil's playground, baby? Come on now. Oh, but yeah, these filthy ass Crocs is definitely sending me. It was like, weren't they supposed to come dressed up like they were going on a date, in like a first date? She looks like, yo, without the face, she low-key look like a blow-up balloon. I'm not trying to be mean. And what the fuck is she looking at? Like, she caught up in her own titties. She caught up in herself. Oh God. Oh, I needed that laugh. Definitely. What kind of bra is that? That's some lift. Oh.
People have.
My name's Jenny. I'm 26.
Someday, but not now, you know?
Okay. You would.
My name is Jean. This is really important. What's your opinion on cats?
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry if that puts you on the spot, but I have 5 cats.
Ask your question. Yeah.
So they're like my babies.
I mean, I like cats. I don't know about 5 cats. 5 is a lot of cats.
Okay.
Why is the 5 cats a deal breaker?
That is a lot of cats.
It's not 5 men.
Well, that is true. Well, I was about to say your profession, maybe.
What's your profession?
On a Saturday. What's your
Okay.
opinion on adult content?
Um,
If your partner did
that's
it?
a very. I can give a very. So if my partner did adult content, they wouldn't be my partner. Like it's just as simple as that. I don't really plan on dating somebody who does adult content. I I don't know. Uh, I want a partner that I feel is off limits to other people. Is like if you go into business with someone, you can't have them emptying out their wallet to every other person who wants to go into business. So you can't be my partner and be a corn star and you giving everybody access to your wallet. Keep the money inside. Like, what?